So welcome you all again in our first unit, that is unit number 1, industrial analysis. Okay. In the industrial analysis, there are totally 4 subparts. In sections first, we already cover the point. Section 1, that is spent, is already be completed. On today's lecture, we will just try to start with the section 2, that is pigments. So in this particular session, we will discuss about all the detailed things related to the pigments. Okay. Pigments we discuss as the vehicles. We can discuss it as a binder also. So here we will just talk about the analysis of these pigments. Okay, or we can say that vehicles or the binder. Basically, it may contain drying oils. कौन से ऑयल से ड्राइंग ऑयल, लिंसेड ऑयल किस तरीके से, कैस्टर ऑयल क्या है, ऑलरेडी वी डिस्कस. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज यहाँ पे आपको कि ड्राइंग ऑयल यहाँ पे होना चाहिए एंड सिंथेटिक और द नेचुरल रेजिन. ठीक है, ये रेजिन जो पॉलीमरिक रेजिन होता है, एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट यहाँ पे होना चाहिए आपके पिगमेंट के अंदर. It will require high molecular weight polymers. Then basically this analysis is carried out like to the polymer. जिस तरीके से हम लोग पॉलीमर को कैरेक्टराइज करते हैं, ठीक है, पॉलीमर के कैरेक्टराइजेशन के जितने भी सब मेथड्स है, वो सब मेथड्स यहाँ पे हम लोग को इसको कैरेक्टराइज करने के लिए यूज करेंगे. मोस्टली केमिकल स्पॉट टेस्ट, देन IR मेथड यूज करेंगे to find out the absorption. Then this analysis of pigment. So basically this analysis of the pigment provide you the hiding power. किस तरीके से हम लोग हाइड कर सकते हैं जो वॉल के ऊपर जो भी डार्कनेस होगा, जो भी स्पॉट्स होंगे, मार्क्स होंगे, स्क्रैचेस होगा. So all these properties can be hide with the help of these pigments. So basically this pigment is having the hiding power. These pigment vary from gloss to the matte. ठीक है, ग्लॉसी नेचर भी वहाँ पे होता है, मैटी नेचर भी होता है. ठीक है, for that the quality chemical tests are there. The preliminary test for this analysis of the soluble or insoluble component. So for that we can use hydrochloric acid, acetic acid, that is strong acid, weak acid, and the base, that sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate. Strong base, weak base. Basically it can be used for this analysis purpose. Some elemental tests we have to be performed. Then chemical weight method for the determination of pigments are basically used. Then X-ray fluorescence spectrophotographs and the flame photometry. So these are the some techniques available for the analysis of these polymers, pigments. Then spectroscopic and diffraction methods is also used, and IR methods and the diffraction patterns are used for all such kinds of analysis. Then identification of these analysis of these inorganic pigments, that is metals or these metal oxides, basically used in the paint analysis. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, the analysis of white and tinted pigment. जो white और tinted pigment है उसका analysis वहाँ पे important है. Then outline general procedure क्या है उस चीज का. Then HCl insoluble content कौन सा है, titanium oxides, totally then acid soluble aluminum and iron, then acid soluble calcium, total zinc, antimony oxides, then a total sulfate and total carbonates. So we will have, whenever we are discussing about the identification and the analysis of inorganic pigments, in that case we will have to discuss about all these points. So basically, whenever we are discussing the paint, different kinds of that pigments are used for making the paints. For example, suppose we will have to make the white paint. Okay. So whenever we will make these kinds of that white paint, for making such kinds of that white paint, generally that pigment used are white lead, then titanium dioxide, TiO2. Titanium dioxide means what? It is TiO2. Titanium dioxide. Then zinc oxide, ZNO. Then lithophone. These are some important pigments that can be used for making the white paint. For making the red color, again there are some important pigment. First one is the red lead. Second one is iron oxide. Third one is cadmium red. Then rough. Are the pigments that can be responsible for making the red color. Whenever we will have to make the blue color, so for making the blue color, the important pigments used for making the blue color are nothing but the ultramarine, then cobalt blue, then iron blue, etc. are used for making the blue color. For making the green color, okay, for green color paint, different kinds of that pigments are used. That is nothing but the chromium oxides, then chrome green, then this phthalocyanin green. These are the pigments for making green color. Then the next type for making the yellow color pigment, yellow color paint, some pigments are used, and for that the litharge is the one of the important pigment for making the yellow color. Then lead or the zinc chromate. Then basically these are these zinc chronate, incronate, litharge, and the leads are the pigments that can produce the yellow colors. Okay, for making this yellow color, these pigments are used. Then for making the black color, carbon black, lamp black, furnace black, these pigments are mostly used for making the black color. Okay, so these three pigments are important for making the black color: carbon black, lamp black, and furnace black. Then whenever we are talking about the orange color, for orange, basically then chromate, then cadmium orange, that is used. These pigments are used for making the orange color. For making the brown color, so this burn umber or the burn sienna are basically used for making the brown color. For making the metallic color, either the copper oxide or the zinc dust or the aluminium can be used for making the metallic color. For metal protective pigment, metal protective pigments are nothing but the red lead, blue lead, zinc, and the basic leads. So these are the 4 important metal protective pigments that is present in the given sample. Then next part is the analysis of these white pigments. How we can just analyze this white and tinted pigments. So for the any base material that white pigments are used, in that whenever we are just added the different colors, we can get the different colors. So whenever we are thinking for the white paint, initially in our mind that first questions arises, that is why TiO2 is used. कोई भी white paint prepare करने के लिए TiO2 as a base material क्यों use करते हैं? The reason is that this titanium dioxide, in short, we can represent it as a TiO2. This TiO2 and other white pigments make the paint films opaque. एक opaque film बनाते हैं by diffusely reflecting the lights. जो भी light है उसको reflect करके एक opaque film बना रहे हैं. कौन? जो भी white color के pigment है वो. Then this reflection occurs because of the white pigment depresses, bends the light. ठीक है, जो भी light है उसको disappear करता है या फिर bend करता है. ये titanium oxides. Then if there is enough white pigment, अगर enough white pigment वहां पे है in a paint film, almost all visible light. ठीक है, if there is enough white pigment in the paint film, almost all visible light striking it. सब जितने भी visible light है उसको strike करते हैं, and that will be reflected and thin film will appear opaque, white and bright. So the primary control of this opacity and the brightness in the white film films depends upon the scattering of light. जो scattering of light का जो concept है, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर ये depend है. So this scattering of light means bending of light, and in coating, light can be bent by surface reflection, by refraction, or by diffraction mechanism. Okay? So this part you will have to be understand how we can analyze this white or the tinted pigment. So this is diffraction and the refraction part if you understand. So this is the basic material that is used for any kind of that pigment, that is TiO. Okay, I hope everybody is understand with this pigment, that section B. In the next lecture we will discuss the third important part that is present in this industrial analysis. Section C is pesticides. So in the next lecture we will talk about in details related to the pesticides. We will learn this first. If any doubt, you can just post the comment. I will be there for giving you the good feedback related to the any doubts with the section B. Thank you.